Good morning, everybody.
And welcome back to our first show.
So, as usual, we have life
Subjects.
and quote of the day. And we will start with the first one, and let's see how it goes.
So, in this first section, we're gonna talk about self-development. Now, in our personal journey to becoming the best version of ourselves, we talk about a lot of things like self-improvement, self-growth, mindset, etc. So let's talk about one of those subjects today. Self-improvement. Now, this is the core, subject in our culture of our legacy, working on ourselves, becoming our best version, and it starts with the self-improvement, trying to improve yourself, try to work on yourself to get better, let's say, on things and in general. So, what do you think?
So, how do you define improvement? It's working on yourself in a way.
Yes, working to improve yourself in like different areas, like your skills, your career, your family life. You can improve certain things you have or you don't have to actually become better at that, let's say.
Okay. First of all, although I will discuss this in a second, I'm just saying that sometimes the simplest thing is the best thing. So there is a lot of, let's say, word in this area, and you can understand because there is some nuance. But at the same time, the first thing that we need to focus on is you need to understand yourself. You need to self-assess, let's say. And from that try to reach or go wherever you want to be, at least. So this is the general thing, because if you use a lot of words, sometimes you can be lost. I need to have this, and at the end you don't have neither. So sometimes if you start, be as simple as that. Okay, so if we go deep and we use this self-improvement.
Okay, so I am the kind of person who wants to work on my development, my personal development. I want to become the best version of myself. Now, aside from the words, you have to first start by working on certain areas that you feel like you want to improve.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you do?
So the question, what to do?
No, it's an open discussion, so whatever you want to talk about related to this subject, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a very interesting thing. It's very interesting things, because when you want to improve, there is two things. People generally think about their career, so they want to improve the professional skills in a way that they will be more employable, let's say, or at least be influential in their sector. You have that side of it. You have also other side, because we are multidimensional people in a way, so we like a lot of things, and it's difficult to improve on all of them or be an expert on all of them. Perhaps you need one to be 150% and the rest to be 60-70%. What I can say is find yourself, find your passion. To do so, test a lot of things. The moment you find 2 or 3 things, it's okay to not only choose one, because the idea here in all of it, in a way, is to be happy. So whatever you do, choose what feels comfortable to you, and be happy in the journey to discover yourself and try to improve along the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I also, sometimes it is not that obvious to know with what to start. So I think, from my humble opinion or from my experience, I would say reading help. Reading about the ways you can improve your skills, in like different areas may make things clearer to you, you know. Networking, attending seminars and workshops, like different kind of them. You can feel like, yeah, you know what, this is something I can work on, this is something I want to improve. So yeah, discover things, like different kind of things related to whichever you want to improve first, like your personal life, your professional life, like your side hobbies or side projects. You can start whatever you want, like read as much as you can, like articles, books, and everything. Attend meetings to like exchange ideas with people, and things will get clearer in your head, and you can start like little by little. You don't have to like start on improving different areas in like 100 areas in the same time, but like you can focus on 1, 2, 3 at a time, I would say. So that's what I have been doing. It's a never-ending journey, self-development, and I hope you guys feel lucky working on yourself to reach the best version of yourself.
Okay, interesting. Yeah. Coming back also from my perspective is sometimes you take it as basic because sometimes you need to have your feeling guts inside of you. You need to discover things. Either read books, yes, attend perhaps seminar, perhaps not because there is a lot of jargon in that seminars. But find, discover is the way. Either ask, go. Even there is other thing is go to 90 years old woman and discuss about her life and see what's the thing that she's missing or she's saying that I wish to have. Perhaps in a way you can learn from that experience, from that story, from that. It can be something out of the ordinary. The more you find discovering things which help you at the end feel and move on toward the lights.
Absolutely. So tell us guys about your journey. How have you been working on your self improvement? If so, share it below. Thank you guys.
Moving on to section number 2, where
we read inspirational quotes to inspire each other, and today's quote is...
Today's quote is, "The self is not something ready-made, but something in continuous formation through choice of action." And it's said by John Dewey.
Okay, so goes with the same subject that we chose for our first section. Absolutely. Absolutely. What?
Yeah, I said oh.
Absolutely, I totally agree with the fact that it's not ready-made, it's actually self-made. The self is something so complex, I would say, and personal to every person on this earth that it just doesn't work as easy as you may think. Now you can go through your growth or your development without even like thinking about it or actually aiming to do it, but sometimes we learn from the experiences that the life throws at us, and we improve our skills and evolve and grow without even realizing it. But if you make room in your mind to think about your growth and your development and yourself, you would actually improve, or let's say get faster or better to the best version of yourself. What do you think?
Yeah, I have a question for you about this. Do you have an example where some action did give you the ability to self-improve, let's say?
Some actions, like life experiences, I would say, or when you are when life throws something hard, lemon, at you, make a lemonade. I'm kidding, but yeah, the first reaction most of people have, and I would say my old self had, is feeling like a victim. You know, I didn't control what is happening and I'm actually living the consequences, and it's hard. When you grow your mindset, you feel like, you know what, I'm not a victim, this is how life functions, let's see how I get through it, okay? So, like for example, what happened with, again, go back to this experience because it's the latest, but I've had many before that, but I would say that this word pandemic made us realize that if we don't try to be, if we don't work to be a better version of ourselves, then we sort of don't survive, like for example in the professional world. So for us, we are consultants, and most of us have had that hit that, you know, there's no job, the jobs are gone, the projects are frozen, a lot of things. So if you're not the best, you will not survive. So that pushed us to actually improve our professional skills more than before, to be special, to feel like you are separated from the others, so that you have more chances to find the projects and the opportunities that you were looking for, I would say.
So do you think if the market is booming in a way, booming so there is no crisis, do you think it make us softer? In self-improvement I'm talking about.
Yeah, I would say yeah, because you know, when you are comfortable in your nice little job, I've been there, like last year, I've been there. When you actually feel like you're comfortable, you got it covered for like at least a year or two, and you think about those certifications or those new skills you want to have, etc. But you feel so comfortable in your situation that you don't feel like the urge to push yourself to do more, which makes it yes as an answer. You know, once you add that pressure, you feel that urge. It doesn't come in the comfort zone. It has to be like external pressure, like what happened in the pandemic, I would say.
Nice. So based on that, what I will tell you is, if you facing a crisis in a way, you may see it as an opportunity of self-improvement, because we are human after all, and we know that in perfect circumstance we prefer to have this and this skills. But sometimes crisis is a way to push us. Like if we take an example at whatever it is, high school or college, like the moment there is the exam, people wake up and study the course. So in a way,
we need pressure. We're humans. We work under pressure. Most of us, I would say. Not everybody, but most of us.
So thank you very much for seeing this episode. And if you have any idea of how to self-improve, don't hesitate to put it in the comments. See you next time.
Thank you guys for watching. Bye.